Don't miss CCGCastle.com, best place for Pokemon trading card game. You can find singles for standard, legacy or expanded format, sealed products like booster box, teams, team decks. With TCG Center 5 code, you will get 5% discount on your purchase. Check video description or visit CCG Castle. Hello and welcome to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we'll be looking at the deck from the Argentina National Championship. So basically this deck wants on Argentina National Championship 2016. So this deck was played by Fabrizio Bellucci, and as you can see, it's a Trevenant break with Mega Alakazam. So if you are not familiar with this build, basically I played something similar to this like maybe a month ago when the set was released, and actually it works very well. Because that Mega Alakazam can actually help you to snap something additional and even faster on the bench, like 2 turns of Silent Fear, and maybe a double Mega Alakazam Evolve can help you to with 2 Silent Fears knock out the Love EX like Shamin or Manaphy on the bench, which is definitely good thing. So actually you need to use 3 times Silent Fear, because it will does 30 damage. Trevenant break will put 30 damage, and actually Mega Alakazam can put 2 damage counters on the benched Pokemon. But basically with Lysander you can actually combine with those use combination between those 2 Pokemons, and also that Mega Alakazam can finish the game by knocking out those heavy EXs and the last 2 prize cards. So definitely very interesting list. 4-3-3 line of the Trevenant, 2-2 line of Mega Alakazam, and a single Wobbuffet with double Shamin for support. Also, if you're not familiar with the Wobbuffet, it have that ability Bite Barricade, which says that as long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each Pokemon in play in each player's hand, and this good pile has no abilities except for those Psychic Pokemon. So definitely a very strong card. Also, Wobbuffet can hit for Psychic Assault for a single Psychic Energy if you have Dimension Wall in play, for 10 plus 10 more for each damage counter attached on your opponent's active Pokemon, which is definitely a very powerful attack. So 17 Pokemon in total, 35 trainer cards, and 8 energies. So yeah, as you can see from Pokemons, we are pretty much normal. If you're a player who actually follows the Pokemon tournament and the standard format, you should definitely know that a lot of people plays 4 Phantoms with 4 Trevenants with the first Cursed and 3 Trevenant break. But this list actually have only 3 first Cursed Trevenants, but that's because it also have, in addition to that, those 2 Mega Alakazams. So Alakazam also have that powerful ability which says when you play Mega Alakazam from your hand to evolve this Pokemon, before it evolves you can put 2 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon and 3 damage counters to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So that can definitely help you to increase the damage output and maybe even take earlier knockouts on your opponent's benched Pokemons like Bronzors, maybe even Zeruas, Joltix, Pupkaboos, and any other low HP basic Pokemons, and can even help you against those Greninja breaks, especially in the early game. So from item cards, we also have double Super Road in this deck, which says that you can shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from a disc compiled into your deck. Very interesting, because a lot of Trevenant players play only either 1 copy of Super Road or 1 copy of Super Road and Secret Ash. Also 4 copies of Trainer's Mail, pretty much standard in this deck. Same as 4 Ultra Balls and 4 V-Seekers. From supporter cards, we also have 1 AZ, which is pretty much staple. I should call that definitely a single Lysander. This deck actually have 3 ends instead of the 2. Some kind of surprise for that, but definitely a good choice, because especially if you start very bad with the opening hand, and it's always better to have N instead of the Professor Sycamore in opening hand. Also 4 copies of Professor Sycamore. This card hand draft 7 new cards. Double Wally for that turn 1 Trevenant break. To be honest, with 2 Wallies, it's actually harder to get turn 1 Trevenant break in play, and without engine like Battle Compressor. And also double Shamin is not that, I mean it's good definitely, but it's better to have triple Shamin instead double, because it's easier to find Wally. But actually he was first, so looks like the deck was worked pretty well for him. Also 4 Dimension Wallis, which is pretty much staple. double Alakazam Spiritlings, which can help you to evolve into Mega Alakazam without losing your turn. 4 Bursting Balloons, pretty much also staple in this deck. If your opponents attack you and you have attached Bursting Balloon to your active Pokemon, it will do 60 damage back to your opponent attacking Pokemon. Also 4 Mystery Energies for 2 retreat cost less, and 4 Psychic basic energy cards. So that was the deck list from Argentina National Championship Master Division 2016. If you're looking for any of these cards, as usual, you can find them on CCGCastle.com. I put you the link in the video description, so you can also find that. And by typing TCG Center 5 code, you can also get that 5% discount on your purchase. So, as usual, I will play one game test for those nationals and regionals and state championship decks, so you can actually see it in the action and see how the deck works in play. So yeah, see you in the game. And alright, so enjoy. I have opportunity to call heads or tails, and actually lost that coin flip, so my opponents can choose between going first or second. So definitely for him it's better to go first because it have more chance to set up. As usual, I have some issues with those mystical energies in my hand when I play Mega Alakazam deck, so as usual I can't see the card in my hand. So on the other side it's a Noibat, so looks like it's a Noivern break. I really like this deck, one of my favorite decks in the standard format, and one of my favorite cards in the standard format, Noivern from the Furious Fist, and that Noivern break from the Breakthrough. So, if you're not familiar with Noivern from the Furious Fist, it says that you need to flip a coin. Your opponents flip a coin, and when you attack him, and if he gets heads, he can prevent all damage done to you. So, definitely very powerful card. So, I'm starting with my Phantom. I can attach one of my energy cards. I can even attach my Dimension Wally, so I guess I want to do that, but before I actually decide to go to Dimension Wally, I will choose with my Ultra Ball one of my Alakazams actually. They can help me a lot in this game, especially by placing those damage counters. I'm going to put my Dimension Wally and Professor Sycamore. So Silent Fear will not be prevented from my opponent attack, because actually Silent Fear is putting the damage counters, and it's not does the damage counter. Does the damage, so that's the difference. So there's another Trainer's Mail for me, and there's another Ultra Ball. So with another Ultra Ball, I guess I will go for my Ultra Ball for one of my Trevenants from hand, and for one of my actually energy cards, so I can actually grab another round of the Alakazam. I'm not going to play Seamus right here because I don't need him actually. And this is just going to be Ascension into the Trevenant. And for the next turn I can even go with my Wally into the Trevenant break. It really depends. Or I can just go with my N and try to find that Trevenant break. And maybe also Ultra Ball for the Shaman, so I can expand my bench for a little bit more. At least I have double Alakazam in play, so that can already help me to putting some more damage counters and some more pressure to my opponent. Even better, I hate that Professor Sycamore, so I will definitely play that. Alright, so there is Trevenant break, but no sign of that Spiritlings for the Mega Alakazam. And looks like I will just get rid with the Tree Slam, I guess, right here. For that Noibat, I'm going to does 20 damage to Inkay and a Noibat on the bench. At least I can draw one prize. In case he tries to attack me, he will take 60 damage back, so that's definitely good for me. But then again, I have my VA Secret in my hand, so I can just easily go for something like an N for the next turn. Also, oh, so he just decided to quit. So let's try to play one more game before final. Alright guys, so let's try to kick off one more time. So I lost that coin flip, and probably I'm going to start second. By going second, my opponent actually have chance to play items on his turn 1. So all I really need is to evolve my Phantom in my opening turn 1 into my Trevenant, and item lock my opponent. But my opening hand actually does not look promising, so I don't have any kind of draft support. I just have that Dimension Wally and VA Seeker. with AZ and Super Road and Energy. At least I can use my suppression and put 3 damage counters on each of my opponent's Pokemon that has any energy in play. So there's an Ultra Ball. I'm not sure if he play Carbink in this deck, but if he play Carbink, he should probably try to search deck for the Carbink. No, it's a Zygarde, so Zygarde Regirock, definitely very powerful combination, but I would assume that he also have maybe one of his Carbinks or something like that for support. So there's a end, so he just gave me a fresh new hand of 6 new cards, and this definitely looks a little bit better. Double Zygarde already played for my opponent, so all I really need right here is Dimension Wally, Ultra Ball for Phantom, and 1 Mystery Energy for Alakazam Retreat, so I can actually use my Trevenant for item lock. Alright, so it's my turn. I'm not sure what's that. That's actually Mystery Energy and Spirit Link. And there's a Trainer's Mail, so right now I'm searching for Bursting Balloon, but I don't need it. I will not play that. A Trainer's Mail. Okay, pretty much for nothing, and all I can do right here is go with my Professor Sycamore, hoping that I can find Phantom and Dimension Wally, and I find 2 Phantoms instead of the 1. So I can retreat right here into my Phantom. Since I already attached my energy, all I can do right here is attach my Bursting Balloon and go with my Ascension into my Trevenant without actually attaching or playing Ultra Ball this turn, because all I really want is evolve into my Trevenant Break next turn and start to use my Silent Fear, because my opponent have Regirock into the active spot, and 3 retreat cost, it's just a nightmare to retreat Regirock. So there is 1 more fighting energy. If he can hit something like AZ, then he is in a good position, but without AZ, I don't know how he can actually win this. So for now, I have my Trevenant Break, I have my Mega Alakazam, so I'm going to put 3 damage counters on that Zygarde with the double energy attached. And I'm going to play my Silent Fear. So Silent Fear, so 3 more damage counters to all of my opponent's Pokemon to play. Definitely very good. And for 2 more turns, I can actually play my Ultra Ball if I don't top deck anything for my Shaymin-EX. And this is probably going to be a quick GG in my opinion. But who knows, actually, everything can happen right here. So that Regirock is just hard to retreat with 3 energy cost into the active spot. If that was a Zygarde for my opponent, then the story would be different. But since it was not, all he can do right here is just wait for me to knock his Regirock from the active spot. But already 1 of his Zygardes with 3 energy cards have 90 damage, and the active Regirock have 80. So I need 3 more turns of Silent Fear in order to knock out double Regirock and the Zygarde on the bench. But even almost that Zygarde EX number 2. So there's Ultra Ball for the Shaymin, and with my Shaymin I can actually expand a little bit more of my hand, but I don't even need to do that, to be honest. So all I really need is go with my Silent Fear continuously and to knock out my opponent from turn to turn. So there's a Wally into my another Trevenant, and I can even attach 1 of my energies. I guess this is a energy card in my hand, and go on again with my Silent Fear. So there's a knockout over that Carbink, and yeah, this is pretty much game. I mean, I can't see how my opponent can actually go out of this situation, because looks like I'm going to grab triple prize in a single turn, or triple knockout in a single turn. I mean, I'm definitely able to do that, so let's see. Definitely without AZ against item lock, you're not able to remove your Regirock with the 3 retreat cost, and basically this is pretty much GG. So yeah, I was actually able to play 3 games with this deck, and pretty much none of my opponents managed to beat me. So yeah, it's very hard to play against Trevenant Break. Plus, a lot of people when see Trevenant Break online and just wants to quit. And as you can see right here, Regirock is definitely a very bad card if you're not playing AZ. Against Item Lock, you pretty much can't do nothing. Also, if you don't have Hex Maniac in that Zyger deck, if you start with the Regirock against Trevenant on your turn 1, I can say that you have 99% chance to have auto loss in this matchup. So once again, that was deck from the National Championship 2016 from Argentina, Master Division champion. Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more future videos. Hit that like button. And till the next time, have a nice day. See you in the next video, and goodbye.